So for those of you in the backpacking and camping world that use air mattresses, sleep in tents and that, pretty sure you've seen this little device here, this guy. It's a mini air pump by Flextail Gear. It has, I would say, maybe arguably by now been kind of like the go-to standard in air pumps. I believe there's been a couple other entries into the market. I think one of the air mattress companies came out with a little pump. But we do have a new contender on the market. And can it dethrone the Flextail Gear? Introducing a little mini pump by Aksoul. Let's give it an open, honest review. So time for the unboxing. These are always fun. Always enjoy this. Opening and checking stuff out for the first time. That is airtight. Very nice box. I do like their logo, All for Freedom. You know, as a veteran, it just kind of, you know, just sits with me. You know, just kind of means something. Oh, here we have it, the Aksoul mini air pump. Really nicely packaged. Yeah, it's got a nice silver fades to black finish. We have a USB-C connection here. So if this is like the Flextail, that should be the inlet, that should be the outlet. We have a ring clip right here for hanging this in your tent. And we do have a light on the bottom. So continue on with this. So we have the warranty card. 1 year free replacement. Activate your warranty, you'll get a new product free trial. Get discount codes, 1 year free replacement. So, sounds like a good deal. And then here we have the instruction manual. So let's see what we got here. On the bottom of the box. Very nice felt pad. Not sure how well that would do camping though, because I think this would like absorb moisture, where the Flextail Gear is more of like a nylon. But the Flextail Gear bag did not hold up well at all. As you can see, it's already come apart. The string came undone. So, but it is a nice bag, but I don't think I would take it camping. So look at that. You do get a mini carabiner. That is really nice. That is something that is missing in the Flextail, but we'll get to that in a moment. So they give you a USB-C cable, and you have 5 adapters in this one silicone piece to inflate. So let's compare that to the Flextail Gear. So very similar in design. The pumps, you can see a little design difference here. This is round, this is kind of edged out. I said Flextail Gear, I like the material of the Flextail Gear, but the bag itself, no, I immediately lost the string. It was some kind of weird, the string was on either side instead of it looping around. Like this feels like it loops around. This didn't, and it pulled out, and yeah, not. That's one strike for the Flextail Gear. Is the bag. Like I said, Aksoul Gear. I like the bag. I just don't see this. I don't know, for camping. I would rather see it be something a little more waterproof or water resistant. But it looks like we have the same exact pieces here. I probably lost that piece. I know it had it somewhere. I'd probably have to go up, but it's not important. I know it has this piece. I don't know where it is. So all the pieces are about like exactly the same here. Now one thing I did have to do with the flextail gears, this piece here, I had to trim it back because when you push it on here, the ring was hitting right there, that side piece, and I couldn't get it to push on, so I had to take a file and kind of clean some of that off, which kind of, well, I don't think it's going to affect the tube bed, but the way the big Agnes air mattress I had before worked is that was the only way I could get this thing to fit, is like that, this fitting here, and I couldn't figure out any other way to get this in there because that's the biggest fitting. I think initially they designed it for like a bigger fitting where you should go like that, but still, even here, this is kind of a problem. It doesn't really push in very far. So let's see if we have the same problem. No, look at the Aksoul fits way better. You can see here they have it tapered and that piece goes on there. So and the way this is cut. Oh yeah, this is big win there for the Aksoul versus the flextail gear. The flextail gear really needs this thing to be longer. Like I said, I had to modify this to get it to fit. And flextail gear, no carabiner, and I don't recall, I can't say 100% if it came with the USB cable. So I'll leave a comment down here if it did, but I don't think it did come with the cable. So let's check out the lights. So you have 1, 2, 3 settings, which I like. Now the other one here, we have 1, 2, and then what's supposed to be an SOS, which doesn't really flash SOS. So I don't know who to call a winner in this. For me, I do prefer the flextail gear. I like the lighter, the dimmer first setting. I like the color of these LEDs, but I like the dimmer setting, because if you're out there in the woods, it's extremely dark. So let's go ahead and turn this off, turn off the lights. We'll try to give you a better idea of what's going on here. So that's the flextail gear. Compare that to the Aksoul. That's actually not bad. So the so we have 1. So this is brighter, but it's not horrible. I do prefer this. I think this is just a little easier on the eyes, but I do like the color of that. Let me know what you guys think. But I think the problem that we might have is this is as bright as this one goes. So now, as we can see, this is considerably, it almost makes up for it in the color of the light, though. I feel like I almost feel like this is a little bit brighter. I'm kind of torn, but I will say I think I do prefer the light on the flextail gear a little bit better. So I guess it really depends on what you're looking for in the light. To me, it's just an added bonus. I do like that this feels a little dimmer and that you have more settings. I really don't know where you would use the red blinking light. There are some trails where you do road walking, so I could see, you know, you putting this on the red blinking light and walking with it in your hand. Maybe it's kind of a toss-up, but I do feel like I like the that better. Oh. So this one a little stiffer. I kind of like that. It doesn't bounce around. So, I mean, all in all, I mean, both units feel pretty good. They're both USB-C, which is very nice. They both offer LED lights. So now the big question is weight. I'll weigh it kind of like the way we would probably take it on trail. We would probably dump this in like a waterproof bag or something like that. So to be fair, I will use the one piece from here that's missing with the flextail gear. So that way we kind of have an accurate weight. And altogether that's 3.5 ounces. So the Aksoul comes in at 3.7, so 0.2 ounces heavier. Now let's take a second look at some specs between the two. I have no way of verifying this. We just have to believe what the manufacturer statement is. So the flextail gear is $30. The Aksoul is $20. So this one has a 1600 milliamp hour battery. The output of air is 4 kPa or 0.58 psi. That's 200 liters per minute. The flextail, 1300 milliamp hour, a 3.5 kPa, which is 180 liters per minute, something like that. Yeah. So $10 cheaper, 300 more milliamp hours, and 0.5 kPa more pressure, and about 20 liters more per minute out of this. So on paper, this sounds like it's a better pump than here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take an air mattress, the best that we can. We're going to take it and inflate it and see how long it takes for each pump to inflate it. Now this is going to be a little subjective because I don't have a way of measuring the air pressure. So what I'm going to try to do is just have it inflate until it, I'm going to try to make it to where it rolls itself out. Each pump, push and unroll the air mattress, and then when it looks to be about the same each way, we'll stop the timer. So I'm trying to be fair, open and honest. I really don't have a preference for either one. Like I mentioned before, the flextail gear I paid for. This one was provided to me. So you know, this is my money right here, so you think I would go with that. But I'm going to give everybody an honest review because I want you to spend your money wisely. So let's go see how well it does inflating this air mattress. One minute and 3 seconds, and it seemed like that's where it about ran out of power too. So you could hear the big change in the pump there. So about 1 minute, 1 second. Pretty close. Like I said, this isn't scientific because I don't have an air pressure gauge. I just have to wait to where the pumps run out of air to really give you that. But I'll say very similar in performance. So if you're interested in the air mattress you just saw me inflate, I'll put a card up here to the review. This is pretty interesting. This actually has a built-in foot pump built in, so technically wouldn't need these with this air mattress, but it is a pretty cool air mattress, and I'll leave a link down below. So who is the ultimate winner in the pump. It's hard to say. They both function equally as well. I do like the lighting better on the flextail, but there is a design flaw with this tip to where it doesn't hold on very good. I've had many times, like you saw in the video possibly, I just have to hold this thing because these tips just work their way off, even with me grinding it. Where this one, not so much. This pretty much fixed that problem. And $10 less expensive, higher capacity battery. So I would say the win would have to go with the Aksoul. Really surprised. You know, flextail, it's still a good pump, but it does have some shortcomings. Hopefully they'll fix it in the future. I don't know, but yeah, I do like this. Even though it was given to me, my reviews are open and honest. I'm under no obligation to give anything a good review. If you've watched some of my reviews in the past, I've had some products not make the grade, and I've said it on the video. Do not buy this product, it's not good. So if I don't believe in a product, wouldn't use it myself, I would not promote it. And a matter of fact, I'm going to be heading back to the Appalachian Trail to do some hiking, and I'm going to bring this little pump to inflate my air mattress that I'm going to bring. So this is going to be my choice. This is what I purchased to take on the AT, but I feel like this is a way better pump from my personal experience. I just feel like I can trust these tips to hang on there better, and that's basically it. You know, just have a problem with the way the tips fit on here, to where they really fixed that issue with this pump. So hope you got some good information out of here. I'll leave a link down below to where you can purchase this through Amazon. So appreciate the support. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one.